Ladies and gentlemen, if you are trying to stop drinking, you're doing it all wrong. Now, I know that that might sound a little bit harsh, a little bit out there, but in this video, I'm going to explain the key mindset that just makes stopping drinking simple. It makes it easy and it stops becoming a fight, it stops becoming a challenge, and really it becomes a decision where you make it and you live the rest of your life as a happy non-drinker, because most people don't do that. So this video, I'm really going to share my mindset around stopping drinking, how I've not drank for 3 years, and also the mindset that I help other people get in the Sober Clear program, where we've got business owners and professionals from across the globe. We're getting awesome results in the program. If you see the people on the screen now, this is the mindset that they have. And it's not about trying. It's not about making an effort, and that's what I'm going to break down for you in this video, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, if you do want my help stopping drinking, make sure to click the link in the description or head over to soberclear.com. You can learn a little bit more about the program, about some of the results that we're getting. There's a bunch of reviews on the website as well, and then you'll be able to book a call and we can see if the program may be good for you. Back on track with the video. So think about what most people do when they want to stop drinking. Do most people stop? Or do most people try to stop, right? There's a key difference between the two, because most people, they try to stop drinking. They don't stop. They say that I'm trying to stop. I'm not drinking at the moment. I'm taking a 30-day break. I'm on a challenge. Now, not saying that this is a bad thing in itself, right? I'm not saying that trying to stop drinking is a negative thing by any means. Even just starting to question your behaviors and question your drinking, it's usually the beginning of the journey, right? So I'm not saying that this is a bad thing by any means, but that's what most people do, is they start their journey by trying, right? They don't say, I'm doing it. It's like, I'm going to try. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, you've got people that don't try. They just simply make a decision. They never look back. There are so many people that do that. And for those individuals, it requires no effort, no pain, no fight. It's just like a decision. The same way that people might decide to change careers, right? Once they've decided, they're doing it. Or they might change jobs once they've decided they're doing it. Or somebody that says, I'm going to go to the gym. They just do it. There are people out there that do that with alcohol as well. But there are just millions of others that don't do it that way. They are trying, they are attempting, and they're making an effort to stop drinking. And really, everything, all of this stuff, it all leads up to the decision point, right? You can either get to the decision point and say that I'm going to try to stop drinking, or you can get to the decision point and say, I'm all in, I'm committed, I'm fully doing this. There's no going back. For some people, what happens is bad things can happen. DUIs, fights, divorce, broken businesses, broken whatever. And they can get to a state of mind where bad things can happen and they just make that decision, and then they might last a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, a few months, whatever. Some people can just make that decision and stop. For me, there have been periods in my life where I was in a very bad place with alcohol and I, just said, that's it. I am done. I'm stopping. I'm like, I am actually going to stop. I use willpower, nothing else. And I made a decision, but I didn't make an all-in decision, right? When I made that decision, when I stopped because things were in a bad place, I was just like, right, I'm stopping, but I wasn't like all in, right? It was just like, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to do that again. And I've done that so many times in my life where I've told myself that I will stop, but it wasn't an all-in decision. There was always a reservation in the back of my head that one day I can go back to being a normal drinker, right? One day I'll be able to have 1 or 2 and things will be okay. But the difference now is that I actually took the time to build a better worldview, right? To build a more realistic worldview where I see alcohol as something that doesn't serve me anymore. It's something that does nothing for me. So this time, 3 years ago, when I actually made the decision to become a non-drinker again, it was completely different because I'd read the books, I did the research, I really looked into things until things clicked and I just didn't want to drink. So then the decision was like this effortless cutoff point where it was like, boom, I'm done. I'm moving forward. And I know so many of you guys that watch these videos, I see you people commenting all the time saying, this switch has happened for me. This change has happened for me as well. Like, I'm all in. I'm not looking back anymore. I'm finished with it. And it's such a great place to be in. So you're not trying anymore, right? You've built the paradigm. You've built the worldview. You've used first principles thinking. You've invested in the courses, read the books, whatever it took to get there. And then you simply made the cutoff point where it was like, boom, I'm out. I'm done. So now what happened, instead of trying, is you've made a logical decision. You've made a decision based on research, based on evidence, based on a better understanding. You've made a decision that you're not going to question. You're not going to go back and say, was that the right decision? Because your conclusion that you've drawn from evidence, from research, from introspection of your drinking, it's so strong, it's so certain. And that is the difference between the 10 years of me trying to stop drinking compared to today where I don't try anymore. It's just done. It was done 3 years ago and nothing has changed ever since. Like, I was so certain of my decision to become a non-drinker 3 years ago that I feel the exact same way about alcohol as I did that day as I do today. It's made no difference, right? It was like this change of character. It's like this switch. It took me a long time to get to that conclusion. You know, there was a lot of failure along my journey. I'm not going to say the journey was perfect, right? It was 10 years, almost 10 years of just up and down living. But because I had that experience, because I was able to look back and do the introspection and do the work, the decision to become a non-drinker was just effortless. It was just like a click, done, finished, boom. So what I'm trying to say is that the lead up to the decision is everything. Doing the research, investing in the courses, investing in the books, whatever it takes, right? Watching these videos, there's plenty of other YouTubers out there that you might resonate with more than me, that they might have had different life experiences to you and so on. Whatever it takes, it doesn't matter. Just get into that state of mind where you've built the paradigm, you know that what you're doing is the best decision that you will ever make because it is, and then do it. It's that simple. Have a great day.